Take 4. So this is the 4th time I've tried to film this. I had to go get batteries. Then the dog started barking and jumping on me. And then the phone rang. Which it's doing again right now, but I'm ignoring it, hoping Jack will get it, if it's important. My glasses are really crooked. I guess it doesn't help that I don't have half of them. Theme of the week, which 2 of you at least mentioned or actually did a video on. And to those 2, I would like to say thank you, because I very much enjoyed those videos. The 2 were Audrey and Laynee. Laynee was talking about Bulgarian orphanages, I believe. And I didn't get all the way through the videos that you linked to, but it was very interesting, and thank you. I had never really known a whole bunch about that. Audrey had mentioned briefly that the Irish language and Irish culture was very important to her, and that is something that I can relate to as a non-Irish person. As for my culture, it's something that I'm passionate about as well. My issue for this week is religious tolerance. Oh no, we don't want to talk about religion, no. I know people don't really want to talk about that. It's the issue that I know the most about and am most aware of and is closest to my heart, I guess you could say. Quick news update would be, as most of you guys know, that Ireland recently passed a law saying that they can fine you and search your home for blasphemous material. I don't know the extent of that law, and I hope that maybe Audrey will inform us in her video next week, because that is something that I would very much like to find out. That kind of stuff really ticks me off. Just the fact that anybody can tell you what to believe or what to think in general ticks me off. So anything that violates First Amendment rights usually ticks me off. As most of you guys know, I live in the Bible Belt of the United States. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about because you've been there, so you can understand kind of what I'm going through. And others of you may not really understand what goes on in the Bible Belt. A little bit of history. It's called the Bible Belt because of the massive amount of churches that developed here as people came and settled the land, especially in the mountainous areas. You'll notice that especially the Appalachians and the hills of Kentucky and Tennessee and so on are very, very religious because they couldn't travel very far, and that was the center of their life. Also because they didn't do a whole lot of farming because the land wasn't very good for farming, and it was a hard life, and that was just what they relied on, and religion just became part of the culture. Well, fast forward 200 years, it's still like that because people in these areas don't tend to move. They tend to stay in the area and have lots of babies that don't move and carry out those same values. So then there are people that move in, like me, and are kind of outsiders and do not have that instinctive, oh, I must follow this religion kind of thing. Kentucky and Tennessee are, and as you go out west from those 2 states, and a lot of the other southern states, but mostly like the Kentucky and Tennessee area, and some parts in West Virginia, and some parts of Ohio, if you take that area and you just kind of stretch it out a ways, that's generally the Bible Belt, until you hit like Oklahoma. One of the reasons that this issue is so near and dear to my heart is that I happen to be of an alternative religion, and living in the Bible Belt is kind of hard for me. So you can imagine if things that violate First Amendment rights tick me off, that living in the Bible Belt may be a little frustrating for me. This is not a Christian bashing video. I would just like to note it's a people who think their religion is better and right bashing video. And it's not even bashing, it's just kind of venting